Hello, Dino here, and welcome to another Limitless Hair Expert video. And today's subject is, what are the 3 most natural points to adding hair? Now, this is something that you should follow, certain principles that you should follow. When you're looking into adding hair, you want to follow these 3 key points. Number 1, add 1 hair at a time. Think about this. Your own hair grows out of your head. We all know this. Grows out of your head 1 hair at a time. So if you're adding hair 1 hair at a time, you're duplicating the same way it grows out of the head. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is utilize your own hair. When you utilize your own hair instead of covering it, all right? A lot of hair replacements, a lot of hair extensions, a lot of hair methods of adding hair, they tie down your hair, they cover your hair, they remove your hair. That's not a good feeling. You don't want to remove something to add something. You want to enhance something because you feel more like, it's still me, I'm just enhancing myself, okay? And it's a much better feeling and a more natural look. So what I mean by utilize your own hair, you want to add hair in between your existing hair. Leave all your hair free. Leave your scalp fully accessible. So if you can add, let's put these 2 together, 1 hair at a time, and you put 1 hair at a time in between your hair, you're still utilizing your hair, which is another natural element, and you're still being able to feel and see your hair. If you pull your hair, you're pulling your hair and the added hair. You know no difference. So that's the second point. The third point is duplicate a natural hairline. If you're adding hair somewhere up front, you want to duplicate a hairline. How do you duplicate a hairline? You follow what a natural hairline does. A natural hairline, number 1, is uneven. Hairlines are not straight. Okay, they're very, very uneven. All right, even when they're sort of straight, they're thinner on the temples. They're very even. So when you add hair, you always want to add hair in an uneven way. When it's added unevenly, you're duplicating natural hair growth. Another thing is for duplicating hairline, is add hair in different lengths. When your hair grows out of your head, all the hairs are not the same length. Even if you think they are, they're not. Because what happens is there's a cycle. Hair falls out, new hair grows in. You always have different lengths in there. And if you ever comb your hairline back or look at somebody's nice hairline slick back, you'll never see that all the hairs are the exact length. There's different hair lengths. There's little shorter ones, little medium ones, little longer ones. So when you're adding hair to duplicate a hairline, you want to add different lengths throughout. Another thing, in most cases, unless your hair is black or very dark brown, and even then so, you should still do this, shadings. You should always put in slightly different shadings along the front hairline. Because that way, if you put different shadings, it softens the hairline. All right, if that makes sense to you. Just slightly different colors. It could be 2 steps lighter, 1 step lighter in with your regular hair color, and it'll create a much more softer look. So let's summarize. What you want to do is add 1 hair at a time, follow that principle, 1 hair at a time. You want to utilize your own hair, because that's a natural element, and you want to duplicate the same way hair goes out of a hairline. When you combine them, you have a very, very natural hairline. So please give that some thought, okay? Now, our quote for today is the following, and that is, God gives us gifts wrapped in problems. The bigger the problem, the bigger the gift. Some of you might have heard this. It's a very common statement, but just in case you did or you didn't, I want to explain that statement because you should live by this philosophy, and that is, whenever you come across a problem, it's technically a gift that's hidden, because the problems are meant for us to kind of figure them out and blow through them and pass them. Because every time you figure out a problem, you grow. That's the purpose of having a problem, all right? And the more problems you get, the more you grow, all right? So it's an attitude sort of thing, but it really is true. If you really think about it, think back on any problem that you've conquered, even if it's just a small problem. Any problem you conquered, you grow from that, all right? So that's the meaning behind that. Remember, life will always have problems. It's part of the system that was given to us. Give us problems so we can figure them out and blow past them so we can grow and become better of ourselves and also grow and be more happy, all right? Problems will always be around. So please remember that. And for our next video, please watch it. The video is titled, How to Get the Best Results Out of a Hair Extension. And I'll see you soon.